Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. We are in the heat, feeling the heat. So, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Kenneth Berenson. In this channel, we talk a lot about human consciousness, and we are shifting in consciousness every single day. And it is guided by Jeshua and the team. They are the one in charge of guiding this body with what we're here to do. And so if you want to learn more, there's lots of links around somewhere. But we want to share a few things, and that is that don't underestimate some of the things, some of the videos that we have come out with, because it's like most beings that are not embodied, they think that they just operate from thinking and pushing things outside, and it's such a habit that it's the automatic. Sometimes it pushes outside, sometimes it's other ways, like pushing, like you can push to yourself too, sort of like be like self-attacking. Like there are a lot of like weird things that you can get into before you are awakened. And what does that mean, to be awakened? It just means that you're conscious, that you know the truth. That's just the comprehension. That's what we're helping with here. It's the comprehension of the knower. That's all of these YouTube videos are. The knower needs to be trained into a slightly different way of operating. Listen to Gaia. And this different way of operating, what is that? It's not just because we say so. It's because we've been through all of these ways of behaving with our human body, and we have unlocked something that most people haven't, which is this pure channeling. And all of this channeling it can come through so many different ways. There are so many other beings that are doing wonderful things, like light language. There are, like, the frequency is what's needed on the planet. It doesn't matter if you sing or if you write or it is the frequency of the new that is needed, not the repetition of the old. Not the old ways of dealing with people, not the old ways of manipulating people if you're into that stuff. Like some people manipulate and they think it's completely normal. It might be normal in some people's behavior, but it's in human energy, it just creates distortion in the field and in the manifestation of finances, because it doesn't come from pure love, of just the pure, just I want to give here, and then not even expecting anything to come in return. That is the essential energy. And if you are in touch with that, you're most likely more in touch with your empathic side, which is the body. And it is just so important to acknowledge truth, when someone is giving, when someone is receiving, and let it be like an appreciation game instead. I appreciate you. I appreciate this, that, and the other. Thank you so much for this. Like if beings are not at home, so to speak, and they're just, which people are, then we just have to treat them as such. Treat them as the mirror. And then we see what comes back. Take care. Ciao. So we feel like that's what you do to a mirror. You just say thank you. You just say thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you for this. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. Thank you. You know, it's just, and then let's just see. Now is the time to, this is now a complete self-practice. We don't have any interest to share our teachings with these two beings unless it naturally happens somehow. You know? But we like, this being is actually, like we have, you know, there's so many beings in our experience that that are mirroring so much beautiful things to us right now that we're really grateful for. We're really grateful for seeing how we are treating certain things and just allowing that to be our experience. Just appreciating the mirror, not giving in to some demand from the mirror, but just, thank you. You know, treating the mirror as what it is, a mirror. What do you do to a mirror? You say thank you because you want the mirror to reflect thank you back. So all of these beings that you have floating around, especially the complicated ones, start to shift your perspective and just like, this is just a mirror. Let me say thank you for the things that I appreciate. Just as a thing. Okay, what do you do to a mirror? If other people are in your mirror, which is the case, say thank you to the mirror. Like, I like this about you, I like that about you, thank you. You know, this is our learning. To do that to everyone. Everyone. Just say what we appreciate about them. Simply. That's our practice. We are not allowed to say anything else. That's a good practice. That's a good practice, actually. Well, of course, it's allowed to stand up for yourself. That's important. You know, we can't rule out those things. But this is a practice. And this is what we're being asked to practice now. So, are you ready to step up and level up your practice? Because that's what this will do. These things will level up your game. Because once you tackle this environment correctly, you can really shift a lot of different things. And that's what we're doing. If you're ready to shift with us, join us for some consciousness shifting. Or if you want to join us for one of these Heya lives, they are group sessions where I share all of the processes and channeling to guide the group into alignment, where you get and receive your own experience. So that is my gift to you. All right, take care. We'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao.